Get the exposure to the nearby villages and also try to get the exposure to the real-time problems and they use it as a real-time labs basically the nearby 6 to 7 villages or 8 villages and they get the problems and we are I know like our urge on them and see, bring the solutions which will impact the society. Means like empower the society. And the same way we are trying with the government also to legitimate that and also give the policy like government, industry and academia and these three together working with research aids foundation collaboration solutions. It could be thousands lakhs also. But also now what happens is if this becomes a hub for research, so we can bring all Vikasit Bharat 2047, SDG 2030, and also students are going to get the exposure to the real-time problems when they are studying itself. Now if you see all of us, we got exposure after a long time, but this is how we are trying to bring the change. Absolutely.
I think one other aspect, right? I think with one is the focused one, but even the tech part, right?
Absolutely.
I think how can you really bring in that
So we are
latest tech from the industry for the people to adopt.
Absolutely. Now it
and
is
bridge that gap.
One is center of excellence initially.
Work for yourself. That is the main goal for sustainable development. That may be green energy, or you are talking about a renewable energy, or a green initiation, or maybe equality and everything. That is there already in our blood and our this thing. But unfortunately, you have forgotten all these things, values, ethics, and all in education system. We have to promote this. That's the main idea of this all sustainable goals.
And one more idea is now so far educational institutions are having only the teaching and delivering certificates. It slowly impacted to the rankings and accreditation. Now we are trying to bring the how your organization is impactful. How much is the their contribution towards nation and sustainability? That's the educational institution impact also we should be able to bring. Ultimately, that is the real purpose of education system. So that's the reason we call it as a tri-pillar.
So Gurudevo, Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma. Why you are giving that much of importance to the Guru? So we are conducting the program. Not only that, then we are conducting the workshop related to our architecture, our health. The Ayurveda, how that is useful for what's our present scenario. Not only that, another important, one of important unique club is we have wellness club, and for cultural club.
Wow, very nice.
Wearing
that badge.
She is one of the important person. Our college is all participated in another program that is what we are conducting program in Expo. Yes. Dean IIC.
So she is the coordinating
everything.
Center of excellence.
Dr. Shravanti, Women Empowerment Cell in charge. Dr. Shantilata Madam, she is in charge convener for Wellness Club. She has conducted the programs related to wellness. Dr. Bhaskar is in charge convener for Road Safety Club.
So what does not that what we want to
we are conducting hackathon and ideathon programs.
I like that, in 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
They can get it.
Absolutely. Can you show one, at least one, sir?
Let us see the topic shortest path routing today. In computer network, routing refers to the route or the path used to make the transfer of information between the source and destination. One of the very famous shortest path routing algorithm is the distrust algorithm, where every route has been assigned a definite cost or the weight to make the movement. Let's see that with an example. Now let's consider we have a graph where we have one of the source A and then the destination D. To make a movement from source A to destination D, in the shortest path routing algorithm, we have to choose a path such that we'll be choosing the shortest value to reach to the destination. The path A to B is taking only the value 2. So we consider this path and then one is connected to E and one is connected to C. Now when I see the connection from B to A, it is taking the value as 2. And then from B to C, it is taking the value as 7. By adding the value, and then from here again to reach to F, again the value is added to get the value as F, get the value as 6 till F. And then to G, there is some other value. Again, I try to make a movement from G to H and then auto from F to H. When I make a movement from F to H.
A very good morning to one and all. I, N. Divya Jyoti, Assistant Professor from the Department of ECE, feel privileged to warmly welcome you all to the inauguration of Triimpact Center of Excellence, a flagship SDG and community impact initiative of Research Heights Foundation in collaboration with Malla Reddy College of Engineering. Today marks a significant step in our commitment to act local, impact global. And we are honored by the presence of our esteemed dignitaries and the leaders from academia, industry and community development. Your presence energizes this initiative and inspires us to drive meaningful, sustainable impact. Once again, I welcome you all and thank you all for joining us. So, to commence today's proceeding with an air of elegance and cultural work, I now invite Ms. Neha from 2nd CSC to present the welcome dance. Please join me in extending a respectable round of applause as she takes the stage. श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरि भगवती निःशेषजा शुक्लां ब्रह्मविचारसार परमाकारापहा हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकां विदधतीं मासने संस्थितां वन्दे तां परमेश्वरीं भगवतीं बुद्धिप्रदां शारदाम्।
Good afternoon, everyone present here. It is my privilege and honor to welcome you all to the significant occasion, the inauguration of the Triimpact Center of Excellence at Malla Reddy College of Engineering. Today, we are truly delighted and deeply honored to have among us distinguished group of leaders, innovators, academicians, and industry experts whose presence enriches this ceremony and inspires our institution towards great heights. I am immensely pleased to extend a warm and respectful welcome to our chief guest, Sri B. Uday Bhaskar, Chief General Manager, NABARD, Telangana. It is an honor to have with you, sir. Your leadership in rural development, financial inclusion, and sustainable growth has been inspiration to institutions across the state. I extend respectful welcome to Professor V. Balakrishna Reddy. Sir, warm welcome to Sri Rajeshwar Janalagadda, Director, EPTRI. Sir, your expertise in environmental management and sustainability aligns perfectly with the goals of the Triimpact initiative, sir. We are honored to welcome Mrs. Krishna Kumari Pale, Senior Vice President and Global Delivery Head, Tech Mahindra. Ma'am, your leadership in global technology delivery inspires our students to pursue excellence with purpose. A special welcome to Mrs. Nagajyoti, Executive Director, US Bank. Ma'am, your achievements in financial services and corporate leadership service serve as a role model for all young professionals. We also welcome Sri Amarnath Juluri, Vice President and Global Head, LTI Mindtree. Sir, your strategic leadership in digital transformation brings great value to today's ceremony. A warm welcome to Sri Venkat Kumar Tangirala, CEO, Windstream Energy Technologies. Sir, your work in renewable and sustainable energy reflects the innovation and responsibility we aim to nurture through Triimpact. We are also privileged to welcome Dr. K. Nagendra, Director, Research Head Foundation. Sir, we sincerely appreciate your leadership and your partnership with Malla Reddy College of Engineering in establishing the Triimpact Center of Excellence. Your contribution in SDG-oriented research, innovation, and community development greatly strengthen this initiative. I extend heartfelt greetings to our management representatives, faculty members, head of the departments, deans, students, all our invited guests, press and media. Thank you for joining us on this memorable day. I will take 1 or 2 minutes about the Triimpact Center of Excellence. Why is needed now? Why it's so important for our any education institution? Because I personally believe the education, that means, should be useful for country. Country means Deshamante matti kaadu, Deshamante manishilo. Whatever you have studied, whatever knowledge you have gained, these 20 or 25 years, that should be useful for humanity. If you observe nowadays, what is the purpose of our education? That is changing. You are working for only how to earn the salary. Okay, you are already victim in COVID. You are unable to eat proper food. You are unable to drink proper clean water. Okay, money, you are earning money and money. That is the main important thing is the sustainability. Because you are all civils, that is you are working, you are living in a society. So you required all this knowledge. That means money is not only one criteria. Okay, of course, it provides better and better livelihood. But that is not a life. You should have some purpose in your life. You came here, what purpose? जीतने के आया, जीने का आया. जीने का मतलब आप जीतने हैं, isn't it? When you came for जीतने के, you should have all these things. बड़ा बनने का है, बुड्ढा बनने का है. बुड्ढा आप बनते. बड़ा बनने बोले तो you should work hard. Not only work hard, see all these things, sustainable goals. Already 17 goals are there. These 17 goals are important for humankind. You should be living in a globe, in anywhere, but should follow your knowledge, your technology, your innovation, whatever you are doing, all these things for all these years should be useful for humanity. That's why I strongly believe, I requested the management, I approached Nagendra sir, he's agreed, I thank his visionary leadership, is promoting sustainable goals. So that's why you are having a collaboration with Nagendra sir. That is Triimpact, that is successful goals. That is I have established one foundation. That is foundation is called Research Height Foundation. So that's why you are all with us, sir. Triimpact means the government, institutions, and as well as industry. They are there here. You are very lucky, fortunate enough, sir, for coming here. Thank you very much for sparing your time here. So I request all the students and faculty members, this Excellence Center is one of the example Excellence Center in the state of Telangana. You already started your all sustainable goals. You have already explained Indian knowledge system, so you have wellness cell, you have road safety club, you have your environment club, you have. Yesterday, yes, UGC is given a circular, you have to establish one language club also. You have to promote local languages. Here today you are given a newspaper. Yes, you are ready to establish one knowledge center. You have to, yes, because those who are born and brought up of villages, they have knowledge, but only thing lack of confidence. You have to build the confidence, right? So this Excellence Center definitely help us, right? I request all the present here, all the dignitaries, please help us for promoting this Excellence Center that is useful for our students, then society, at the last nation, at the last humankind. Thank you very much for sparing your time. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to share a short profile of Mr. Nagendra K. Mr. Nagendra K is social impact. I now invite Mr. Nagendra sir.
I always go by data, so I just slowly alter my speech here. So we are gathered here today to inaugurate one center of excellence that is called Triimpact Center of Excellence. So you might be thinking, what is Triimpact? Tri means three forces: government, industry, academia. These three are coming together, and these three forces, it's a convergence of three forces, and empowering the society. That is why the Center of Excellence is established. So it's the, it's just not like a Center of Excellence. It's our commitment to the society. Now I was attending one international seminar. Suddenly one person came and asked, what is the purpose of this seminar? What is the purpose of research? And he followed up another question immediately. What is the purpose of technology? And again one more question. What is the purpose of innovation? He suddenly strikes three questions and he wants immediate answers. One thing, how either technology, innovation or research must empower the people. How much impact it is creating. Whatever you innovate, whatever the technology comes, whatever the research you are doing, it must be impacting. Maybe the scale might be small or the scale might be larger, but it must impact. And now for the students also, we should slowly, beyond classrooms thinking should come. So only artificial intelligence, CSE, machine learning. Now you see some examples. They are working 2 years in TCS or somewhere. I am not generalizing. Maybe it's not only software, in other industries, and they're coming back and opening some farming, opening some different things. Now we are seeing certain kinds of things. Why? Because they didn't have the job satisfaction, and also maybe they want to do something, but they are not satisfied what they're doing. But the reason is that they didn't get a chance to kind of expose to these kind of opportunities, or maybe the kind of knowledge. Now, for example, Center of Excellence. Every student, every faculty has a option to directly contribute towards community. But these kind of options, when we were students, we don't have this kind of exposure and information to help them. Now see, I just would like to share 2-3 minutes. Hope I am permitted. For many years, what's happening is institutions are focused mostly on teaching and learning. Now then, this AICT, NAC, NBA, NRFM, slowly we started towards research and rankings. But one thing we are always forgetting: what is the societal impact? How these organizations, education is non-profitable business. First of all, number one. Number two, education is to empower students, build education and agriculture to strong pillars of any country. Now when British ruled us, two things they cut. One is agriculture, one is education. India becomes slaves to them, everyone. Now we need to empower education and agriculture a lot. Then only again we can bring where people are talking sustainable development goals 2030, Vikasit Bharat 2047. Lot of other activities are happening. But now how it can be possible if you students are sitting in the classroom and thinking in the classroom thinking this is not going to happen. Now see, technology is growing a lot. I always tell, innovation is growing a lot, and artificial intelligence, Gemini 3, ChatGPT 5.2, lot of things are coming, but still people are left behind. You think everyone in India has the digital infrastructure? No. Everybody in India is having the, same kind of education opportunities? No. But if we have this much technology, this much, innovation, these many big companies, industries, Vikasit Bharat, everything is there. People are working hard towards that. But why that, digital divide, or maybe some people left behind? That's where we started a research at its foundation. If you want to bring the country to the next level towards Vikasit Bharat, to our dream, what we should do is we need to enable more research, and we need to empower, more people, and also the students and faculty should always feel, contributing their knowledge and as well as innovations towards society. Now majority of our people also, majority of the students, majority of the faculty, majority of the industry also, they come from small villages, medium scale villages, and we know everything, how the still villages are struggling with certain things. Now we have started this. Anyway, I am not going into deeper because there is a lot to be discussed on that. But I am just telling that just this classroom, beyond classrooms thinking must come. So if there is a laboratory and the innovation is not happening, that is nothing but a classroom. But if you have a classroom, you are trying to find some solutions in that, that is becoming a like a laboratory.
This is the small difference you need to make. And so now I already discussed. India stands at a defining crossroads. Number one, Sustainable Development Goals 2030 and Vikasit Bharat 2047, and the National Education Policy 2020. It is insisting that students must have an experiential learning. They must go outside and experience to the real-time problems, and the curiosity must increase, and they need to find solutions. They're insisting, but the ground level reality is little different. Now, if we are honest, many institutions are struggling. Research is remaining fragmented. Only a few IITs, few NITs. Do you think other institutions do not have the talent? So we want to democratize the research. Every institution, every individual has some kind of talent that must be encouraged. That must be recognized. That must be opportunities must be given to everyone. To give a chance to prove themselves. So now industry funding is also limited. Now see the other side of the coin I speak. Everyone knows February 28th. What is February 28th? Anybody can guess? It's a Science Day, National Science Day. Do you know why Science Day is celebrated? C.V. Raman got Nobel Prize on that day. Do you know why C.V. Raman got Nobel Prize? For his research. Do you know the cost of that C.V. Raman's research instrument? It is 0.75 paise. Now majority of the colleges, and I go and visit the colleges. Sorry sir, I'm taking 2 minutes. When I go to villages, colleges, and I'm talking to the universities, you give me the fund, I'll give you the idea. But it is the other way. You first project your idea, I will fund it. This is what the mindset should have. And everyone, why research is happening or something is not happening in your college, immediately you say, India GDP 0.7% only giving to research. That is the reason I am not doing research. How come your idea, small, innovation process is, India's 0.7 GDP spend is coming into your idea? I am really not sure. I asked a direct question. So small ideas, small things, you just, start creating that research culture. And also you enable the students for curiosity. If any, specific question asked, okay, I will see in the, midterm examination. It's not that. That is not the culture or things to be created. If somebody is coming up with some questions, how we can encourage even 1 or 2 students? Thousands, journey starts with a single step. 1,000-mile journey starts with a single step. So I'm a simple man. I speak only simple terms. So now if you see, there is only accreditation is becoming a pressure. Now research is fragmented, and also the funding is limited, and the accreditation pressure. Now organizations are not having time to research. That is the shift should happen, because we need to discuss about, when we are talking about these many industry people and government people, academia people are there. It is my privilege to share the thought process. Now these people are not here as a guest. These people are co-creators of these concept what we are creating. So the cost of this gap, whatever the gaps we discussed there, is not rankings and reports. It is killing the curiosity and the research capacities of the students. That is where we need to focus. We are talking about a lot of bigger things, but small things should happen. One question: how do you inculcate research culture in your college? What is the first step you take? Tell me 1 or 2 examples. How do you inculcate the capacity building of your faculty members on the research? What do you do? What are the 2-3 things? Maybe this quarter plan, next 2 quarters plan. So we establish center of excellences. If you don't show the results, it is nothing but a space. These many people came. Next 6 months, 1 year, they ask, hey, now we visited that center of excellence. What is the outcome happened? That is where we need to focus. Yes, we do celebrate here, but at the end, it's just a start. So what is next is, what we need to do on it. How many students are involving in that? How many faculty members are involving in that? Now we are giving, actually, whenever we open a center of excellence, we are coming forward. We are giving a 1-year plan, every quarter plan. In the first quarter, what they need to do. In the second quarter, what they need to do. And we are also giving a digital infrastructure to you. That means every center of excellence member will be getting a login, faculty getting a login, and industry people to see their, your growth transparent. We are giving logins to them. We have a Research Aids Foundation login. We are giving some VOs and other rural volunteers also. We are giving the login, there is a easy way of identifying the problem, solutions, and like the global solutions. That like that is how the structure is created. So celebration is good. Every small thing we need to celebrate, but immediately we also need to see center of excellence is established. What is next step? How do we measure? Next 1 month, what we measure? Next 2 months, what we measure? Quarterly report, what is that? Half year. Now next 1 year, after that again the same sector, I promise, I invite everyone you in the next 1 year, and we will show you the report of 1 year of the center of excellence. That is what is required, right? And thank you. You can give applause, no problem. Okay. So now again, somebody, because I need to set the context. That's the reason I'm taking 2-3 minutes more. This Triimpact, everyone might have understand by 3 forces I already informed. Academia, what they do, what is their role? Industry and CSR, what they do, what is their role? And government, what they do, what is their role? So our plan is academia, the research capacity, youth energy, identifying the real-time problem, solutions, and that is what. And CSR, that we are expecting, if a reasonable validated problem is there, we are expecting to validate and give the funding. And also industry and CSR, we are enabling a digital dashboard to them where the CSR is going, what kind of impact is happening, impact metrics, which village it is happening, or else what kind of solution it comes. And of course we are helping them the intellectual property and everything also. That is what. And also how can we establish a collaborative companies with the students. And MSME department is also coming forward. And now so many places, the time is limited here. That's the reason I'm not going into deeper. This is about the expectation or maybe the role that industry and CSR is going to play. Another thing is government. That if you want to scale something, or maybe legitimacy you want to bring, or maybe authenticity you want to bring, government. Now so many schemes are from the government. You can hear a little bit from the Uday Bhaskar also, from NABARD, from the government, and also Rajeshwar garu. Maybe you might be thinking, what is Center of Excellence? What is in it mean? Why do I part of this? The Center of Excellence is becoming your career, ambassador. Now you have, see, I told already, having real-time exposure or maybe relevance to the things, whatever you are studying, understanding while doing engineering is a difficult thing. I always believe in that. Starting itself, the moment you start, your 50% success is done. Starting is the biggest challenge, right? And now, anyway, so I think that's the message I would like to give today. I hope I'm able to convey what is Triimpact, how it is, how the three things coming together, what is the advantage of this, why we need to do it, and also what is in for students, what is in faculty. I got a chance. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share our Research Sites Foundation concept and the Triimpact concept. Thank you so much, and I wish you all success to the the Center of Excellence, and we are with you. We, even if you are not doing, we are making you to do it, because we are also partner with you. That will be happen. And also, thank you so much for once again for all the guests who are here by considering my sincere request. And also I thank to the college management, and I thank you to all the enthusiastic faculty members, different conveners, and also to the students. Thank you so much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Let me quickly introduce Mr. Venkat Kumar Tangirala through his profile.
Very good morning. Good afternoon as of now. Okay. First of all, thank you, sir, for inviting me, and thank you all for listening to us. And let me talk two things right out of my head. ఎంతమందికి తెలుగు వచ్చి ఇక్కడ వాళ్ళకి తెలుగు రాదా? దీనికి కూడా చేయత్తరా మీరు? ఇప్పుడు అదే నేను జై బాలయ్య అనగానే ఎంతమంది అసలు థ్యాంక్ యూ. ఇది బద్దకమో బలవంతో తెలియదు కానీ
when I was at college, I just wish that we had similar kind of initiatives, right? So you guys are lucky enough to have these kind of facilities. First of all, you guys are lucky enough to get admission in a college. Now that you have an admission in a college, this college has a unique initiative. This is not there in any other college in Hyderabad, right? So you guys have to take advantage of this, right? There are so many people who spoke very passionately about what is good for you, what is this whole COE about, right? I'll not talk about it. But there are only two things that I think. Number one is any knowledge that we gain. is not fulfilled unless you know how to apply that knowledge. It's like you can read a book to swim, but unless you are in the swimming pool, reading the book is of no use. So you need to practice swimming, right? So this center of excellence gives you that platform, gives you the opportunity to understand what are the real life problems faced by the nation, and you are actually contributing by building solutions in the center of excellence that solves the country's problems, right? So you should take a lot of pride in being part of it. You should take, okay, people like us, initiatives like this, discussions like this is only going to help you connect to the real life problems. So when you are in these kind of sessions, try to understand what we are trying to tell and connect yourselves and connect your strengths to what is it that you can actually do. So think beyond your textbook, think beyond your marks, think beyond your college, put a 5-year plan as to what you want to do.
So, hi everyone, I'm Jyoti. I have two careers. The primary career is something for Putta Kuduku antaru kada. So, primary career is I work for the international bank. Especially I work in the finance sector, what we call as a core banking modernization. And as part of my volunteering work, I work for the International Startup Foundation. This is a place where for the startups we use our network and then we get investments. We make sure that we help with the marketing so that startups can flourish more. So these are the two things I do. Other than that, we are part of the Let's Vote organization. I'm part of, thanks to Nagendra Garu, now I'm part of Research Foundation. So with this introduction, we recently had one event, again Nagendra Garu has conducted it. The Youth and IT SDG walk. As part of that walk, a beautiful statement that Jaiprakash Narayan Garu has made. He said, hey, I understand these goals now, I want to impact at United Nations level. I want to get that Viplava Mudhyama. It is not going to happen at our level, right? The thing that we can do is, what can I do? What do I have within my permits? So I request everybody, please go back, look at 17 goals what we have. Out of 17 goals, what is in our permits? Example for me, I work in the finance sector. What I can do is I need to make sure banking is available for everyone. Right? Banking transactions show transparency. Right? We are taking care of underserved, privileged communities. Right? How my modernization, how my Gen AI is going to help me to accelerate what I'm doing. So that's what I have in my permit. Right? How do I make sure that at least in the pollution part, something I can do about it? Right? How do I make sure that being women, I'm making sure that gender equality is there at every level, especially everybody is getting banking, right? So those are my things. Now, I request all students to please go back, look at what do you have in your purview. Please pick up one or two things that you can do. The one thing which Nagendra Garu has mentioned, the last thing that we want to see is, in Hyderabad, if I need to buy one flat, crores of rupees that it costs. In such a costly city, such a beautiful infrastructure that Malla Reddy students are getting is not fun. I'm sure it costs a lot. Please don't make this COE as one more infrastructure event. Please utilize it. We are all there in case you need IT advice, in case you need technology advice, but make sure that you do something from IT standpoint so that you can help in the SDG goals. And create your uniqueness when you are coming out in the market. Trust us when we are saying life is very tough outside. I myself know all the freshers job Copilot is doing. Right? Trust me, it creates all your code. Previously, we used to feel when I was developer, I used to feel very proud that, I do Java great. Doesn't matter anymore. Copilot will just give a requirement, it gives coding, test cases, testing, automatic deployment, single click, everything is done. Then imagine when you all are coming out, how much you would struggle. You might get job, but after 3 years, maybe you might end up losing. So some of these unique skills, being there in some of the startups might definitely help. In case you have a startup ideas, take help of your COEs, and we from International Startup Foundation, we are also doing some of the Unicorn events. Recently we have done one in Dubai. If kids, even if people are less than 18 students, they want to present something, we are doing those also. So from our side, we can help you there. So with that briefing, thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you, Nagamitra. Thank you, Malla Reddy Institution for inviting us.
I think it was a powerful speech, right? I think from everyone, and everybody sharing their things. A few things. Like first, it's truly a pleasure and honor for me to be with all of you and to share the dais. Um, Standing in midst of such powerful, experienced leaders, right here, with the passionate of what Nagendra is bringing in, young minds, each one of you, right, to hear us, the committed principal, faculty, who are truly believing in, I think, that the power of the purposeful innovation. That's what I look at, right, and grassroots innovation, I want to call it, right. I think it's truly energizing for me. When Sir was mentioning about us, I just remembered my engineering, right. I did my schooling in a railway school, not from a big grammar school or whatever you think, right? The broken English, to face the thing was very, very tough for me. I studied in a AP residential junior college. I just went in, it was very tough. From there I did NIT Varangal or RC Varangal. My goal was only very simple, I want to mention that, right? For me, somebody going from Hyderabad and all at that time to pay hostel education was very tough. So my father said, why are you going and doing civil engineering? I said that for the brand, REC Varangal used to bring in a brand because it will help you to get a recognition, right, or to get a job. That was our main aim. I just said, I want to become independent. The fees was 3,700 rupees. The registrar told, if you are top in the class, the fees will be waived. That's all. Why I'm mentioning is, I had only that in my mind. Whatever it is, I should be the top in the class so that I don't need to depend on my father. Why I'm just mentioning that is, I still remember 3,701 rupees. I used to do a lot of activities, but I used to come back and say that I have to gain that. And why I started this journey is, what is that for you? I think we need to figure that out very, very early. That's very important. But before that, I want to start begin saying that thanks once again to the Research Heights Foundation, Nagendra Garu, and the entire team for the beautiful platform, right? I think how you can integrate the students, the entire academia, the technology, the industry, and the government, right? Coming together for a very, very meaningful purpose, right? I think somebody asked, do you really know what sustainability means? Why are you here today? What is your key takeaway? When you walk out of the room, what do you want to do? I think that's what I want you to question yourself. This center of excellence, right? I think it's a powerful platform. In fact, I don't want to say it's a platform. I think it's a movement which can truly bring together, all the fresh perspectives from you, the faculty mentorship, and the industry, right? Where, if the government officials are here today, or they, to really spare their powerful time here to really tell what is the challenge on the ground, I think we're truly grateful. I really want to say, Nagendra Garu, I think it's truly a very impactful to bring in the research, the innovation with a societal impact. From there, I just want to mention, what it would truly mean for you, right? For all of us here, right? That's what I want to say. First, for my message to the students, right? Leave the big jargons, right? We spoke sustainability and all of that, right? I definitely want all of you to do. For me, always why I started my story a little bit is standing up for yourself. What it would mean for standing up for yourself, right? When you're successful, everybody spoke, right? How tough or how cruel the reality is going to be when you enter out. The industry is moving at a very faster pace. It's just not a technology, the sir was mentioning, right? It's not the technology which is going to enable you. It is the practitioner's view. Gone are the days. For me, I saw mainframes to AS400 to the SAP. Today it's all AI ML. Humans are not needed anymore. We are speaking of integration of human and bots. How do we work together? In that, what is going to be critical is, as Tangira mentioned, the industry knowledge. it's not about just the technology, but how are you going to really understand the practitioner view. I think that's going to make you successful. That's where I want to mention the center of excellence. Please leverage your technology or what are you reading in your books from a practitioner standpoint. Can I really use this line of code to make something useful, or first to understand the logic, or can I really do something to make a drone, fly, or can I really make a robot work? I mean, that's a practitioner. After that, I think that becomes a fundamental. As you blink, the technology will change. I can guarantee that. But the fundamentals you learn, right, is going to stay with you. So that's a very important aspect. But what do I need from you? I'm speaking directly to you, all the students. I want you to leverage this platform to try first, to fail, to understand what is it that I can impact. You don't need to really solve the big problems. What we are telling. Can you solve a small problem? How can I bring clean water to my house first? Then you start thinking, can I do to 10 houses? Then to the society. That's the reason I said stand up for yourself. The moment you are there to start standing up for yourself, he explained the journey, right? Then you will say, I will stand up for my family, then for my society and the organization. That's the impact. But start thinking of that. We speak of these other technologies, right? I think it's truly equates when I stand here from Tech Mahindra, right? Also technology for good. Because AI/ML is coming in, but how can I really see if I'm writing 10 lines of code? Can I really impact the data center energy usage and how can I reduce it? That's the innovation, I think, grassroots innovation we are speaking of. From there, I think I want to say to the faculty, right? I think it's a great platform. I think, sir, I've seen the passionate, so many clubs and councils that you have set up. I think that you are truly the bridge between the students and the industry, the government and all to really, you bring the depth, you understand the student young mentality, but how can you bridge this gap is one which will truly depend on you. While I'm telling equally their responsibility, I think from the faculty also to bring the problems, help them out, small problems to solve. My request once again, I think we have the entire industry, the academia and the government, along with the foundation, the Research Act Foundation as well. Please leverage this platform to throw some ground root challenges which they can make an impact. With all of that said, right, I want to say the platform, right, it's just not a platform as initiative, it's truly needed these days. It's very timely, but it's essential because we spoke of UN goals, we spoke of, but I like that word, act local and impact global. So you have that opportunity today, right? A small thing can you do for a small innovation, but please do leverage. Gone are the days which everybody is expecting very basic, right? The chatbot, the AI/ML is already going to do it for you. You need to think, how can I make it creative? The fresh perspectives that you can bring to the table. The last I want to leave into the table is because when I walked in, I heard Ashok sir mentioning, right? What are we working for? When you walk out, think, what do I want to become? What do I want to solve? I have some small picture, but I think it will help you go around. The last but not the least, I want to say, please do leverage this platform. We will come back. Nagendra Garu, you mentioned, I like that aspect, right? Can we measure it? Next 1 year in terms of what we have achieved. We are just not here to really open it up and then say, oh, this great job, claps and patience and all, but this is a positive I want to leave to the students. I was at another college doing and I asked the principal, ma'am, she said, I said, I know you can give all the negative things. What is the one positive thing which you see in this generation? What she said, they are very inquisitive. They are very curious. I know they are lost with patience and all, but if you are able to lend that one hand, getting into their shoes and helping them go towards the growth, I think they'll be very excellent. And I really see in my thing, when the freshers come in, they're not like the basic mainframes and all, but when you give them some very nice problems, right, the real challenges, they really do good.
Especially after all my previous papers, particularly Taigirala Garu, my job becomes very easy on one side and difficult on the other. Easy because they said everything so that my job is easy, and they didn't leave anything left for me to speak anything further. At the outset, my hearty congratulations and best wishes to all the stakeholders of this Triimpact Center of Excellence. When I was initially thinking as a third party, I would just wish you a go, but like Nagendra said, all of us are directly stakeholders one way or other, so we are part of the family. And this Center of Excellence, it is not just any other center, because universities have penchant for just creating left-and-right, especially public universities, centers. What is the difference between center and Center of Excellence? From my own perspective, Center of Excellence is standalone, interdisciplinary, and one stop for all solutions. And I'm seeing mostly engineering students here. You will have a great privilege during education itself, having an interdisciplinary platform.
Engineering, all the guests on the dais, off the dais, and, faculty members, dean, heads of the department, students, and it's my honor and privilege to be here. And after such an impactful, I think speeches, I think I know the time for even lunch also. I'll take little time. I don't take much time. But before that, I just would like to express my sincere thanks to Dr. Nagendra Garu, Research Heights Foundation, who has taken this initiative for setting up this platform called Triimpact. And today you all know that we have inaugurated the Center of Excellence here. I also express my heartfelt gratitude to the management of Malla Reddy College of Engineering for collaborating with this Heights Foundation for setting up of this Center of Excellence. And I also express my gratitude and sincere thanks to the students and faculty members, because in the entrance itself, you could display and present that what are the sustainable 17 goals. I was very happy when I see that you are presenting, because when we asked that these students and faculties involved and explaining, creating awareness about these sustainable development goals, and credit goes to all, and congratulations to faculty and students who has taken that step, so that to create awareness more of sustainable development goals. Just tell about just 1 minute about what my organization. I think I don't know how many people are aware of NABARD. NABARD is for National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, and it is called simply as NABARD. And NABARD is many people, international banker is also there. They think that it is a bank. Yes, it is a bank, but it's an act of parliament in 1982. That Swargiyas Indira Gandhi time. They separate, because earlier we are part of Reserve Bank of India. Now the Reserve Bank of India is limited to printing of currency, then the policy. Entire agriculture and rural development has been transferred to the NABARD. They separate effects development initiative. So we are not only banker, we are also called development financial institution. So there, DFI we call it. So what NABARD does, I'll just take 1 minute, then I will move on to the first thing is that any bank, that extend finance to the to the rural community. NABARD is, since it is an apex bank, ours is a bankers bank. We give finance to the cooperative bank here in Telangana, across the country. We also extend finance to the regional rural bank. We also give finance to the commercial bank, public sector bank, private sector bank. These are the first thing, financial support. In addition to that, we also support, since I told that ours is a developmental financial institution. Next step is that to support the state governments, particularly for infrastructure. I think you must have seen that many, even setting up of colleges by the state government we have supported. And some of the goals you said that, I think sanitation and drinking water, hygiene water. Here I think Mission Bhagiratha, I don't know, we all are aware about Mission Bhagiratha, supplying drinking water to all the communities in Telangana. So that is a flagship program of government where NABARD has supported the government of Telangana such type of initiative. So support to state government for infrastructure, be it an educational institution, be it a drinking water, be it a somebody spoke renewable energy. Renewable energy. Now government of Telangana is coming out here. I think you must have heard in the global summit that integrated model schools or honorable CM was talking. They want to set up because we have a different institutes for different communities. But what the government is thinking that to have an integrated college so that all type of community people together and they can learn all type of languages, all type of skilling and other things. So for that again, they are already approached NABARD for extending support. So another thing is that we also take various developmental interventions for the benefit of rural community, be it a farmers, because farmer is the ultimate goal. No? See our entire, even NABARD, if you see that vision, sustainable development is already embedded in our vision and vision document. But for example, agriculture, because morning he was asking that what is sustainable, whether students are aware that. For example, agriculture, I want to tell that what is the sustainable, you are aware that sustainable. So there are resources for agriculture. You know that land and soil is the important resources. Water is another important resource for agriculture. So what it means for sustainable development, you have to utilize those resources in a more efficient way and produce whatever we need. What we require is food. Now we are food security. We are ensuring that food security because we are able to utilize the resources and we are able to ensure that food security to the nation. But if over exploitation of sea, that now whatever we have created, be it a groundwater pollution, soil hazard, soil health problem, all this leads to which has got impact and it will impact on our food security. So if you are exploit and utilize it to a reasonable, sustainable manner, it is okay. But excess utilization leads that you may not carry out these things into the future generation. So we have to sustain these resources and efficiently use them, be it a soil, be it a water resources. So this is the main purpose of the sustainable development, and NABARD is working for sustainable development, for strengthening of farm producer organization, encouraging rural innovation. Somebody was talking about rural innovation. Let us collaborate with our incubation center, where more than 130, each one around, say 200 plus startup companies have been nurtured. And don't think that only students and other can bring. We are also encouraging rural farmers to come back. If any innovation is there, we are telling them farmers, that is called a rural innovation, encouraging farmers, giving an award, so that we are connecting that. There is a called hub and spoke model. The main center is located in Rajendra. We are connecting Jagitial, 2-3 centers are there, where farmers who has got innovation, we are connecting to the again engineering students and agri students, come up with that innovation. If they have some idea, we are converting that idea into the actual product for the benefit of agriculture. So these are lot of huge opportunities are there in NABARD also, and we are also strengthening. Somebody was talking about drone technology. What we did actually, okay, now farmers should say, okay, drone technology is there, but who has to ultimately adopt? It has to benefit to the farmer. The goal number 13, that is SDG goal, is climate action. NABARD is making a lot of effort. You must have seen that climate change is uncertain and events are already happening. You know that even including Telangana, we have witnessed excess rainfall and sudden droughts are there, and within short intensity of rainfall has gone up. In terms of changes in the temperature, it's going to affect not only in agriculture, entire globe is going to be affected with climate change, and NABARD again taken a lot of initiatives in
Hi everyone. Okay. Hi everyone. I'm Jyoti. I'm part of International Startup Foundation. I also work for the banking sector. I'm here in Malla Reddy Engineering College. Today we have opened a Triimpact Center of Excellence, especially keeping our SDG goals, Sustainable Development Goals in mind. Is very important because United Nations has sounded a red alert saying that 9 out of 17 goals are not met its goal. We are not on the right path. So how do we make sure that we go green on our SDG goals? Keeping this in mind, Research Heights Foundation is trying to spread awareness, and I'm very happy that Malla Reddy Engineering College is collaborating on this. We want to make sure that this awareness starts from the student life itself. I'm very happy the way event went, and Malla Reddy Institution has promised us that after 1 year, we are going to come back to see how they have progressed on these SDG goals. Thank you everyone. Thank you media friends for covering these events.
నా పేరు ఉదయ్ భాస్కర్, చీఫ్ జనరల్ మేనేజర్. ఉదయ్ భాస్కర్, చీఫ్ జనరల్ మేనేజర్, నాబార్డ్ తెలంగాణ. సో ఈరోజు రీసెర్చ్ హైట్స్ ఫౌండేషన్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో మల్లారెడ్డి కాలేజ్ ఆఫ్ ఇంజనీరింగ్లో సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్సలెన్స్ అని ట్రైఇంపాక్ట్ సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్సలెన్స్ అనే ఒక సెంటర్ని ప్రారంభించడం జరిగింది. ఆ సెంటర్ యొక్క ముఖ్య ఉద్దేశం ఏంటంటే అకాడమియా, అలానే ఇండస్ట్రీ, తర్వాత గవర్నమెంట్ వీళ్ళందరినీ కలిపి ఒక కామన్ ప్లాట్ఫామ్ మీద తీసుకొచ్చి స్టూడెంట్స్కి ఈ సస్టైనబుల్ డెవలప్మెంట్ గోల్స్ అంటే దాదాపు 17 సస్టైనబుల్ గోల్స్ ఉన్నాయి. వీటన్నిటి మీద అవగాహన కలుగు చేయాలని చెప్పి ఇవాళ సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్సలెన్స్ అనేది ప్రారంభించుకోవడం జరిగింది. ఇదేంటంటే స్టూడెంట్స్కి ఈ యొక్క సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ సస్టైనబుల్ డెవలప్మెంట్ గోల్స్ అనేవి దాదాపు 17 గోల్స్ ఉన్నాయి. అంటే పావర్టీని తగ్గించడము, తర్వాత నో హంగర్ లేకుండా చేయడము, తర్వాత క్లైమేట్ యాక్షను, తర్వాత అఫోర్డబుల్ క్లీన్ ఎనర్జీ, తర్వాత డ్రింకింగ్ వాటర్, క్వాలిటీ ఎడ్యుకేషను, వీటన్నిటిని కూడా అందించాలని చెప్పేసి ఈ ప్లాట్ఫామ్ ముఖ్య ఉద్దేశం ఏంటంటే రీసెర్చ్ని, తర్వాత ఇన్నోవేషన్స్ని, కొలాబరేషన్స్ కలిపి, అంటే అటు ఇండస్ట్రీని కానీ, అటు తర్వాత బ్యాంక్స్ ఉన్నాయి, ఒకవైపు గవర్నమెంట్ ఉంది, వీటన్నిటిని కలిపి ఒక స్టూడెంట్స్ ద్వారా వాళ్ళని రీసెర్చ్ ఎంకరేజ్ చేసి ఇన్నోవేషన్స్ను కొలాబరేషన్ చేసి ఇలాంటి సస్టైనబుల్ గోల్స్ వైపు నడిపించి, అంటే వాటి 3 పిల్లర్స్ ఆఫ్ సస్టైనబుల్ డెవలప్మెంట్ గోల్ అంటారు. ఒకటేమో మొత్తం మనం పావర్టీ లేకుండా చేయడం అనేది ఒక ప్రధాన ఉద్దేశం. అది కాకుండా మనం వీ హ్యావ్ టు ప్రొటెక్ట్ అవర్ ప్లానెట్ని ప్రొటెక్ట్ చేయడము, తర్వాత వెల్ఫేర్ ఆఫ్ మొత్తం పీస్ అండ్ ప్రాస్పరిటీ ఆఫ్ ద నేషను, గ్లోబ్ అనేది ఇంపార్టెంట్ కాబట్టి సో వీటన్నిటిని అవగాహన కలుగు చేసుకోవడానికి సెంటర్ ప్రారంభించాం. ఈ సెంటర్ ఏంటంటే ఇంకా ముందుకు తీసుకెళ్ళి రకరకాల అందరినీ కలుపుకొని తర్వాత స్టూడెంట్స్ని కూడా ఇన్వాల్వ్ అయ్యి రూరల్ పీపుల్కి టెక్నాలజీ, కొత్త టెక్నాలజీస్ను వాటిని చేసి వాటన్నిటిని కూడా స్టార్టప్స్ ద్వారా కన్వర్ట్ చేసుకొని అటు స్టూడెంట్స్కి, తర్వాత ఫార్మింగ్ కమ్యూనిటీకి ఇలాంటివన్నీ ముందుకు తీసుకెళ్లాలనే ముఖ్య ఉద్దేశం.
Hello, this is Krishna Kumari, Senior Vice President from Tech Mahindra. It's pleasure for me to be here today to inaugurate the Triimpact Center of Excellence. This is truly a platform, I think, from a Research Heights Foundation. Mr. Nagendra Garu and his team really envisioned this platform where the industry, the academia, and the government, right, can come together and create a societal impact. What it would mean is, where we can really think of the ground level innovation, which can really do a powerful believing in the purpose-led innovation. So the industry can bring together the realistic challenges, right, from the industry, can provide the technology and the mentorship and the expert guidance from the industries, right? From the academia, right, the students bring in a diverse perspective and the fresh perspectives, right, where they can really take this platform, can try this, fail better, fail faster, and then really work on the real world challenges, right? And the faculty could help them in the mentorship once again. The government will really help in the problem statements from the rural development, the climatic change, the sustainability. So this is truly a platform I think the students can really leverage. It's very successful because we are not speaking of an idea. We are speaking of how you can take a ground root idea and then create a pilot or a POC and then scale it up and truly build the purpose-led innovation, right, where you can really make a societal impact. So we are truly helping the students learn about sustainability, the climate action, and create an impact by working on such challenges. Really pleasure in being today and working along with the Research Height Foundation and the industry partners and as well as the academia to really make this successful. Thank you.
Hello, this is Nagendra, founder and director of Research Heights Foundation. Today we have inaugurated a Triimpact Center of Excellence at Malla Reddy College of Engineering. This is where Triimpact means where government, industry and academia coming together and to empowering the society. Now we are establishing the Center of Excellences under the flagship of Research Heights Foundation. So where we are establishing Center of Excellence and also involving the students and faculty members and also identifying, exposing them for the societal problems as a real-time challenges and bringing them those challenges, converting them into a micro mini projects and fundable CSR proposals and bringing up individual labs and establishing the individual solutions. This is what we are doing. This is our second Center of Excellence, and we also would like to make the more green workforce towards sustainable development goals and also ESG workforce, bringing up the innovation and curiosity in the students. This is what we are trying to do, and we are planning to establish 100 Center of Excellences like this in Telangana, and this is our second Center of Excellence. Thank you.
సార్ ఈరోజు మేము ట్రైంపాక్ట్ సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్సలెన్స్ని ఏర్పాటు చేయడం జరిగింది. ఈరోజు దానికి ముఖ్య అతిథిగా ఉదయ్ భాస్కర్ గారు వచ్చారు, నాబార్డ్ చీఫ్ జనరల్ మేనేజర్. వారి చేతుల మీదుగా ఈరోజు ఆ సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్సలెన్స్ని ఓపెన్ చేసుకోవడం జరిగింది. దీని యొక్క ముఖ్య ఉద్దేశం ఏంటంటే ఈ సస్టైనబుల్ గోల్స్ 17 అయితే ఉన్నాయో ఆ 17టికి కూడా ఇక్కడే సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్సలెన్స్లో ఏర్పాటు చేయడం జరిగింది. సో ఏంటంటే ఏదైనా గ్లోబల్గా సమస్య ఉందో ఆ గ్లోబల్ సమస్యలకు లోకల్గా మనం ఆలోచన చేసి దానికి సొల్యూషన్ ఇవ్వాలనేటువంటి ముఖ్య ఉద్దేశంతో ఈ సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్సలెన్స్ని మనం ఏర్పాటు చేయడం జరిగింది. అంటే ఈ రోజుల్లో వ్యవసాయదారులు కావచ్చు, లేదంటే క్లైమేట్ చేంజ్ కావచ్చు, లేదంటే ఆరోగ్యపరమైనటువంటి సమస్యలకు కావచ్చు, ఏ విధంగా ఈ టెక్నాలజీ యూజ్ వస్తుంది, ఈ టెక్నాలజీ ఒక మానవాళికి యూజ్ అయ్యే విధంగా మనం ఏ విధంగా ముందుకు తీసుకెళ్ళినటువంటి ముఖ్య ఉద్దేశంతో ఈరోజు ఈ సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ ట్రైంపాక్ట్ అంటే గవర్నమెంటు, ఇండస్ట్రీసు, ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్స్ ఈ మూడు కలిసి గ్లోబల్గా ఏదైతే ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఫేస్ చేస్తున్నాయో, ఏదైతే ఛాలెంజెస్ ఉన్నాయో దానికి సొల్యూషన్ ఇవ్వడానికి ఈ సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్సలెన్స్ అనేది ఉపయోగపడుతున్న ముఖ్య ఉద్దేశంతో ఈ సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్సలెన్స్ని మనం ఈరోజు ఏర్పాటు చేసుకోవడం జరిగింది.